Yes, it's on, man. That Mahindra works a lot. Welcome you all to another blog of SS Motors. From now onwards, we'll be making video or giving presentation in English only. Okay. So today we have Java. What is the name? This bike actually doesn't have any name. If they put name Classic on it, then it could be a segment of Royal Enfield Classic, but it is not. It is actually Java, which is now 350cc. They say this engine is much smoother than the previous one because we as a customer give lots of feedback to Java that engine is not good and some issues, some smooth and all, but they listen to us and give us much smoother engine. Okay, how much smooth it is? To know that, I had to take a test ride. We're definitely gonna take a test ride on this bike, and I'll tell you how much smooth this engine is and how the bike feels on the road. But before that, let me introduce you Java and its specification. So the first thing first is, now Java 350 comes at the price of 2,60,000 rupees. Okay, now 2,60,000 rupees. There are other bikes in the market in this price you will get, which is made out of plastic. But as a mature man, I'm telling you, you are investing 2,60,000 rupees, your hard-earned money. Those bikes are made for middle-class people of India. So don't invest your money on plastics. Do buy something which is as strong as iron and which is built out of iron and steel. So this is the bike. See, this is a definition of pure retro bike. Okay, it's not a mix, I should say. The modern things are there, but it doesn't present it you as a modern bike. It always presented you like a retro bike. Once you look at the bike, you will definitely think this bike came out from 1960. Let me introduce the engine of this machine. This is a 334cc engine which produces 22 bhp at 5000 rpm and 28 newton meter torque at, I think, 7500 rpm. So that means the middle range of this bike, once you go at third gear or fourth gear, you're definitely going to feel the power of this engine. Okay, which I'm going to understand by the catalog, by the numbers that had been presented by Java. I have to ride this bike, but before that, complete the specification of engine. This engine has a compression ratio of 10.5:1, has 6 gear, and obviously it is a liquid cooled engine. If you look at the fit and finish of this bike, it is really upgraded itself in terms of fit and finish. I must tell you, if I had to rate this bike on term of fit and finish, it should be 9 out of 10. If you look at this line that is made by Java, even the golden pattern that had been given on the fuel cap, or the badges is here. It's brown in the background. On top of it, it's written in a golden color. Okay, which really enhance the look of this bike. You will get spoked wheel. You didn't get the alloy one, hence you are getting a tube tire. The size of the wheel is 490 by 80 section tube tire, and in the rear you are getting 120 by 80 section of 18 inches of tube tire. In the front you are getting a 282 mm disc brake. It is not 320 mm, it is 282 mm. It's not as big as the other Royal Enfield bikes, but this brake is really sufficient to stop the bike when you are at higher speed. Okay, now let's talk about the telescopic suspension system. Here you are getting 41 mm travel telescopic suspension system. Okay, though it's look like a USD one, but it is a telescopic suspension system. On top of that, you are getting an iron mudguard, which I really like, and the design is giving the lining of the golden color, which really enhance the look. And top of that, this what should I say, this, we didn't know the name, this also enhancing the looks of this bike. Now indicator, obviously you are getting bulb indicator on the front and then the rear, both are bulb indicator. Headlight you are getting, it is also a halogen bulb headlight. Okay, the looks of the headlights really good, I must tell, but it is not a separated one. It is Java trying to maintain its character. This is how Java looked like when back in 1960. So it doesn't want to change. It doesn't change anything on its style. But the only thing that had been changed, its engine, its biking style, that's it. But the actual look of this bike, it's 100% representing Java from 1960s. Okay, now let's talk about the handlebar of this bike. The handlebar is a straight handlebar. It's quite uprighted one. Okay, once you hold the handlebar, it doesn't go down. It stays like straight. So you don't feel the pain on pressure on your back. The Swiss quality of this machine, I must tell, is really, really premium. Premium than Royal Enfield. Okay, in the most of the bikes you are paying 2 lakh, more than 2 lakh, then also you are getting not that good switch quality, but here the quality of the switch is really good, man. Be it the horn, be it the engine kill button, hazard, self start button, all are good. Okay, once you hold the handle, you feel like yes, I'm holding something premium. And the protector of this handlebar also comes with the chrome. Now if you talk about this mirror, once you hold the mirror, you, yes, some parts of your hand is observable in this mirror, but yeah, you can definitely, if you adjust it properly, it gives a quite good view of the rear. Okay, now one thing that I must tell you, this console meter is the only thing that I don't like in this machine. It had to be put little bit downward from here. Okay, but once you're sitting here, you actually didn't see 1/3 of the bike, 1/3 of the console meter. That means 0 to 40 is visible, and again 120 to 160 is visible. It is set at डाउनवर्ड मैन, ऐसे घुमा के नीचे की तरफ रखा है. अगर इसको घुमा देता, मतलब 80 का बटन जो ऊपर रहता, तो शायद ये और ज्यादा कन्वीनियंट हो जाता. तो you don't get much in this console meter. You get analog digital speedometer and analog fuel meter, and you don't get any RPM meter over here, that is tachometer, trip meter, and all those fuel meters that had been given, which is sufficient for biking. You can take this bike to any long tour, whether to Darjeeling, Assam, everywhere, Nepal, you can take this bike wherever you want to go. But the new features like trip and navigation indicator, all those phone call alert, all those bullshit features that I'm telling you, that the actually human being doesn't need this thing like accepting phone calls on your bike. It is really not needed. You might craving for it, but once you hop on the bike, once you're riding this bike for very long, this phone call message are actually disturbing, believe me. Hence Java removed these features. You cannot connect this bike with your phone. Sorry, but you might feel it as a setback, but I definitely going to tell you, this can save your life. Okay, this really can save your life. Now let's talk about the petrol tank. The petrol tank has 13.2 liter fuel capacity and fully made out of chrome. The top one you get a black or brown color, but the side one you are getting a chrome with पीतल का काम कहते हैं ना इसको, वैसा ही काम है यहाँ पे. It's written Java in a 3D metallic badge, and top of that the fuel tank is really awesome, man. Okay, the design it's giving since 1929, which is made out of, it's a gold plate. It seems like gold plate is not made out of gold. Its color is gold. Okay, and really good, man. It's petrol tank fuel cap is really something. First time ever I'm holding a fuel cap, which gives me a premium feeling. It's really, really appreciable. Okay, now let's talk about the seat of this machine. The seat is comfier than before. Yes, it is very comfortable seat than before. Okay, this is your posture. You don't put your leg over here. You put your leg here only, and this is how you sit. And upright position. Feels good. This feels good. Even you are looking me like I can see myself. I feel good. Even I am looking good on sitting on this bike. So what is the ground clearance of this bike? From here to here, it is 178 mm. And next to 180 mm, that means any pothole on Indian roads can be tackled very easily. Okay, the seat height is 790 mm. Okay, all my toes are touching the ground. I am 5'6". Easy to handle the bike when I'm sitting, and easy. I think this bike will be easy riding only. Even for the pillion seat, I must tell you, the pillion seat also become much comfier than before. Now the bike has two silencers. Let me tell you about the suspension system in the rear. It is a 5-step adjustable gas operated suspension system. Okay, in the rear, obviously, as I told you, you are getting 240 mm disc brake. The swing arm quality, Man, this swing arm quality is made out of iron swing arm quality, and really it suits the design. It really suits the design, I should tell. Okay, this is the full body part, full body rear side view of the Jawa 350. Even in the back, you are getting a tail light which is made out of bulb tail light. This is the part where tail light is made out of plastic. Other than everything is iron in this bike. Obviously, the one thing is good in this bike, although it is a retro bike, you are getting a hazard option. That means four of the indicator can be turned on. Okay. One thing in this bike which some of you find is really old fashioned, but as it is a retro bike, to maintain its character, the thing is really maintained properly. That's the starting posture of this bike. This is the key. This is the key of Jawa 42. You can see it's shaped in a petrol tank way. It looks like a petrol tank. You can't put the key over here to turn on. You have to put it aside over here. It's totally retro fashion. The ignition system and the handle locking system are different in this bike. Okay, like Bajaj and all. What those bikes are giving is they're giving one keyhole, one lock for both, for the handle locking and for the ignition. But Java giving you two separate systems, for handle locking, another lock, for ignition is another lock. But the key is same. You have to put it aside here to turn on the machine. Okay. Okay, the scope of the upgradation of this motorcycle is its console meter, because once you're riding, 1/3 of the console meter is not visible to the rider. Okay. Second thing, that company must to look at the wheels of this machine. The company should give us an option to install a tubeless wheel over here. That means an alloy wheel over here. Okay, this is the thing which I find difficult. If I taking this bike on a long ride and my bike get punctured, then it will be a hell out of trouble. Okay, hence please Classic Legends give us a spoked wheel tubeless tire in this beautiful machine. Once you buy to install the leg guard, if the bike falls, it will protect your leg, and the aftermarket you can put a backrest over here. So what is the weight of this machine? This is a heavy machine made out of metal, but surprisingly it doesn't cross 200 kg. It is 184 kg without fuel, and with fuel it is only 197 kg. There is no size 10 engine cutoff in this machine. You don't get it. Okay, but see, it is a retro machine, right? जितना जरूरी है उतना ही जावा आपको दिया है. Now let's turn on the switch. Yes, it's on, man. Starting is good, man. Really worked on the engine. They really work on the engine. It's smoother than before. I'm really feeling the power in my throttle. It just needs to be opened up, and it will hit the bike like anything else. Gear is much smoother. Very smooth gear. Handling this bike is very easy. Now really, I must tell you that Mahindra works a lot on this engine. It wins my heart, man. It is now a good competitor of Royal Enfield. Royal Enfield will have to work very hard. Otherwise, the crown will be taken by Jawa easily, man. Jawa is back. I am gladly announcing it to you. Jawa is back, man. Okay. Now seriously, the watching this console meter is bit difficult. It is. Now once I'm riding, I'm telling you that one very little portion, this part is not visible to me. And अभी तो लग रहा है कि एक जावा खरीदना पड़ेगा. Okay, so I'm gonna rate this bike out of 10 is 8. Okay, do take a test ride and let us know how do you feel about this machine.